Hello everyone, particularly our fans, the 19th man. First of all, I'd just like to say how honoured I am to be your senior coach.
For Phil Walsh, 2015 began full of promise. He'd taken the reins as senior coach at the Adelaide Crows, a proud AFL club with tens of thousands of passionate supporters.
That's a beautiful strike. That's much, much better for the Crows. Massive relief.
There's no doubt that he had made an enormous impact, particularly within the playing group and those closely involved with the football club.
He took over, he had a talented group of players, and immediately through all of his experiences in football and his enthusiasm and close obsession with the game, he was able to get the players feeling good about themselves, and that's why we've seen them improve this year.
Taken over here by Walsh, a long kick. Into the Collingwood goal, and it's a great goal.
Phil Walsh built an incredible reputation in a game he loved and was devoted to for 32 years.
Foley, but a good mark taken over here by Philip.
He played at Collingwood, Richmond and Brisbane.
He burst onto the scene playing for Collingwood in 1983 and very fit, a fast wingman, a left footer, and was the Rookie of the Year at that time.
Gives a lot of space to Walsh.
Gold Coast Suns coach RODNEY EADE remembered Walsh from their days playing together with the Brisbane Bears.
Long and home, what a beauty!
At that stage, I thought he was very family orientated. His son was born up here when he played here. He was certainly even though he's a strong and has strong opinions, he was a reasonably giving person as well.
Walsh's influence would extend to another 4 clubs. When his playing days were over, Walsh specialised in fitness and he went on to coach at Geelong, West Coast and Port Adelaide.
He had been a driving influence in the successful years of West Coast and Port Adelaide, and those coaches extolled his influence in those premierships.
Phil Walsh, he'll need a masterpiece of a speech in three-quarter time to get
When the Crows' job came up, he pursued it relentlessly, and such were his formidable philosophies that he became an irresistible choice for them.
I'll sound again a bit like a weirdo, but great art comes out of a level of frustration.
Phil Walsh was a passionate football tragic, but he wasn't always serious. His sense of humour was evident recently when he compared Adelaide fans to Van Gogh.
There's a man with great frustration, and I looked at that painting, Sunflower, and for a bogan from Hamilton like myself, I could actually see beauty in that frustration. So although our fans are frustrated, we're frustrated, we like to think there's some masterpieces still to be painted this year.
But Walsh acknowledged his commitment to football had at times been all-consuming. In an interview, he spoke of the tensions that had caused for his family.
One of the biggest things I've tried to change over the years, and I haven't been very good at it, is taking work home. I remember one year I snapped at my son over something and he said, "Footy started again, has it, Dad?" That really rocked me. So I'm working on it.
Early this morning, the Walsh family was broken apart. Around 2 a.m, a call for an ambulance was made from inside their home in the quiet beachside suburb of Somerton Park.
Police were able to establish that around about 2 o'clock, the son of the family had attended. There'd been an argument. I can't tell you anything about the argument or the circumstances of that, but as a result of that, both Mr Walsh and his wife received the wounds, and the wounds that ultimately caused Mr Walsh's death.
Mr Walsh's 26-year-old son was arrested at a nearby suburb and charged with murder.
Some police left a search with the son, while others remained at the scene, and the son was located at 1st Avenue, Glenelg East, a short time later, and arrested for murder and detained for a psychiatric assessment.
With the Crows Club in mourning today, former chairman Bill Sanders was one of the few able to speak about this passionate football man.
It's a tragedy that I don't think football has experienced of this magnitude before. I mean, certainly there have been some sad passings of influential people within the game, but to be so sudden as this, it's been a terrible tragedy for his family.
The AFL cancelled the Crows game on Sunday. The premiership points will be split with Geelong. The other games in the round will go ahead.
This is a decision of the competition as a remark of respect to Phil Walsh. And it is our decision because while playing footy can be part of the grieving process, we are strongly of the view that it is not fair to ask the young men at the Adelaide Crows or the Geelong Cats to play in these circumstances.
Later, the clearly distraught and shocked leaders of the club made it clear their priority was no longer footy, but providing comfort.
Today, frankly, has been all about and is going to be all about wrapping our arms around the Adelaide Football Club community, in particular Meredith, Phil's wife, and his family, to the extended Phil family, the players, coaches, staff, and indeed the fans and members, sponsors, supporters. We'll do that today and we'll do it tomorrow and we'll do it for however long it takes.